up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am KeyLovesGod. I help uplift, encourage, and inspire others on how to be made in His image and on how to be the best versions of yourselves. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you who are already subscribed, welcome back, guys. I'm so happy to have you guys here. My little community is growing every single day, and it's only because of the grace of God and you guys, of course. But in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the Sean Davy Way show. And he's basically having a video about Beyonce and Jay-Z's Bodyguard. You guys, I saw a small little clip and I decided I was going to react to it because I want to share this moment with y'all. But like, this man was really bringing the heat. And so I was like, okay, like he want all the smoke with the Carters. So for those of you who do not know, Beyonce has been, and Jay-Z, they've both been accused of being very demonic. They put it out there of worshiping, you know, their God, their God or whatever. And there's been a lot of people, well, not a lot, but mostly like it was Beyonce's. Was she the drummer or something, y'all? She belonged a part of Beyonce's camp, you know, and then she said that Beyonce was doing extreme witchcraft on her. And I might have to do another video on that one too. I would love to react to that. But we're going to go ahead and react to this one first and see what this Bodyguard has to say. And, you know, people have come out and exposed Jay-Z as well. And we do know that, like, there's going to be a lot of truth coming out. And a lot of these giants are starting to crumble and fall. But these two were definitely matched together because their numbers match up in numerology or gematria, however you want to look at it, and that's what these celebrities do a lot of. So these two know exactly what they're doing, and there's starting to be more and more people who speak out against them. So let's go ahead and jump into the video and see what's going on.
Welcome back to your boy, the Sean Davy Way Show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell so you can be notified of all of our future content.
Okay, let's like it. Let's give him a like.
I bring you another surviving Diddy and Jay-Z. A retired bodyguard from the 90s on has come forward and stated some shocking allegations about P. Diddy and Jay-Z. Beyoncé and Blue Ivy have now joined the list of the people that Uncle Ron has stated that he will be exposing.
Ooh.
Now, it is official that
Blue
Uncle
Ivy.
Ron is an ex-bodyguard, and not only that, he had his own company, and he did work for the likes of P. Diddy and Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. Currently, Uncle Ron is under investigation for things that he has brought to the forefront with alleged proof and receipts that he's working with the FBI to take down not only P. Diddy, but Jay-Z as well. Uncle Ron, along with Gene Deal, have been speaking for years about what has transpired. But as of recently, Uncle Ron has been very vocal, if you will, about what's been happening and what has happened. Without holding you any further, let's get into official Uncle Ron exposing Jay-Z, P. Diddy,
Let's do it.
and Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me. Believe the facts.
Ooh.
Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused.
Yeah.
That he was bigger than Bad Boy itself.
And he wanted
Somebody.
And he wanted Tupac to be his manager. Like, he wanted to be managed by Tupac. And we're talking about Biggie, okay? He liked how Tupac was moving. He saw what Tupac was doing. And he was trying to move more so in that area. And, you know, I guess this guy here found out about it. And, yeah, we saw how that story ended.
Ain't gonna call no more names. Dangled a bogus contract in front of his face so he wouldn't leave the company. How I know I was there. Another thing, Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period, so he could take over and be the biggest hip-hop artist around. And I wonder who's the biggest hip-hop artist today. It's all business, folks. And unfortunately, you as a fan, most of you won't understand. but it was all about the business. And the two billionaires have done what they seeded to do.
Uncle Ron states here how P. Diddy offered him allegedly $30,000 to take out the notorious B.I.G. Now, is that true? Only Uncle Ron and P. Diddy know that, but Uncle Ron has given information to the FBI to prove this information as just. That is a pretty big allegation to be throwing on someone, so proof is definitely...
And you know what? I want to do a video on P. Diddy as well, because there's starting to be more people talking about him too. We already know how he get down. We know he lives a double life, and we know he gets down with the get down, okay? So that's no secret to anybody, or shouldn't be a secret to anybody. And I just look at him like all of these people is just like little demon workers.
Needed. And allegedly, Uncle Ron has given this information to the FBI to back his claims. Uncle Ron also states in this part of the video that Jay-Z wanted to be the only rapper or the biggest rapper. Around the time of the notorious B.I.G. passing away was the time of Jay-Z's rise. So he was coming out pretty much around the same time. And after the notorious B.I.G. passed away, Jay-Z did become one of, if not the biggest hip-hop artist in the world. So I'm not going to say that that's not true, because I didn't get why he said that Jay-Z wanted B.I.G. to pass away as well, because it's just like, well, why? How does this benefit you? I get how it benefits Diddy, which is why I believe Uncle Ron, because Diddy has gained millions to billions of dollars on
several different people's lives. Let's talk about Kim Porter. She was going to write a tell-all book about him and about the stuff that he does, and she said she was tired of wearing, I'm trying to be PG-13. She was tired of doing things where she was acting like she was a man in the relationship, sexually speaking, for him. And let's talk about Karen White, the girl who you had taken out of here because you didn't want her to write a tell-all book. They were seeing each other, you guys. Everybody was trying to allege who Becky with the good hair was. It wasn't Karen White, but people was looking at her, and I looked her up, and I found out she and him were dating for a short, brief time. She was going to write a tell-all book about him. She mysteriously just passed away. Did you hear what I said? Okay. And then we already know about Aaliyah and the situation that happened with that. If you guys haven't checked out my Aaliyah video, go check it out right now.
On the notorious B.I.G. He profited the most with B.I.G. passing away. But with Jay-Z, I was a little confused. I'm like, well, why would Jay-Z want anything to happen to the notorious B.I.G., them being around the same area, from the same area, they were friends. Why would he want that? But again, it's all business. So Jay-Z wanting the notorious B.I.G. wiped out so that he could be up next does make sense. But again, I have no proof of any of these things. I am just going off of what the official Uncle Ron is saying. Let's keep going.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls.
$30,000?
March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists.
To take out a life?
Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night
What'd you find out?
that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. Biggie should have never been in California to promote an album with a broken fibula bone, who could barely walk.
He had a broken fibula bone? They set him
To
up.
go to another studio when Diddy has his own studio in New York. Diddy is pure evil.
Evil.
He has a very nasty disposition. He treats everybody like crap. Every single employee he's ever had, he and his mother have looked down on them, belittled them, talked to them like they were the lowest scum on the earth.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So he could always have his way. Amar, Muhammad, and Suge Knight, or Amir, they took the blame for something that was already getting ready to be in motion. It just happened at an earlier time. Because
Uncle Ron states specific information in this last clip. He states the time, the day, and even the amount that was offered to him to take Biggie's life.
My gosh.
Now, all that mattered with allegedly P. Diddy, again, I don't have any proof on what I'm saying. It's just from all of the information gathered, what I feel. I believe that Uncle Ron is telling the truth. I believe that multiple bodyguards were offered a significant amount of money to end Biggie's life. Even Gene Deal, a past bodyguard of P. Diddy, states the same thing, that he was
And
offered.
they literally, nobody should be taking bodies or nothing like that. But $30,000 is nothing. You're talking about somebody's entire life. An artist, a celebrity. And you only gonna try to offer $30,000? Like, that tells you what he thinks about him. This man, if he chose that, he could have went to jail for his entire life. And you only gonna offer $30,000 for a hit? $30,000? Like, come on, like, let's be serious. Like, no. Okay, so, anywho. And then he said Suge Knight took the blame for something that was already in motion. I had no idea Biggie had a broken fibula, or did he say tibia? Because I know the fibula is in the leg, right? The tibia is in the thigh. It's the femur, actually. Anyway, I'm flabbergasted.
Biggie's life.
Why would he lie about that?
The money down, and I think the main reason is because they all liked Biggie. Biggie was a good man. He was a nice person. So
none of them tried to warn him.
That was very hard for them, especially knowing P. Diddy's character and his demeanor and how evil of a man that he was. If they're already feeling like they're getting shortchanged and things like that, and they know the same thing is happening with Biggie, with him wanting to leave Bad Boy, then why would they want to hurt someone who they have so much in common with? So I believe that that's why the men turned it down. Another reason I believe
they turned it down because it's morally wrong. Don't nobody just want to take somebody's life like that? Like, are you kidding me? That's why they didn't want to do it, because it's wrong, and $30,000 is nothing. Nobody should want to do that anyways, but especially for that little bitty, like, paying them pennies. You go to jail for the rest of your life. Oh, you want a cool little $30,000? Like, what's that gonna do? That's a burger and fries. Like, what in the world?
Why I feel that P. Diddy set up Biggie is because Biggie was getting threatened again from California, and he was getting threatened from people in New York City. But while he was
isn't that funny that he got all of these different death threats, but the person who he, trusted enough with his music is the main person who was plotting against him. It be your own people the whole time. Look at him. Just a snake. Look at his eyes. That says enough for you right there. And I can't wait till Cassie start opening up her mouth and start speaking about what all the horrors that she went through. But you know what? She's smart because she's going to keep quiet. She's not going to say anything about him because she already knows what will happen. She already knows.
In New York, there was really no one trying to act on that because Biggie was never hurt there. No one ever, pow-powed him or anything like that. But then as soon as he steps foot in California, which was the threats that was being sent to him because allegedly he was supposed to perform there, among other things, and the people in California wasn't having it because of the East Coast, West Coast beef, battle, rivalry, whatever you want to call it at the time. So Biggie told Diddy about all the threats that he had been receiving. Diddy told Biggie to come down to California for the performances, among other things. And while he was there, he ends up getting pow-powed while with Diddy, and nothing happens to Diddy because it was a setup. Diddy knew, again, about the threats. If you care about your artist, if Biggie's so close to you, if y'all such good friends, why would you invite him to an area where people are threatening his life? No one was threatening P. Diddy's life. All of the threats were for Biggie, and it was very important that before the Ready to Die album came out, that something happened to Biggie, because after that, that was it. Biggie was leaving Bad Boy. So it made all of the sense in the world that Diddy would want this done, because again, he was the one profiting the most. People tried to say that Suge Knight, Pac, and others had something to do with Biggie's passing, and that is...
But really, the reason why Pac passed was because of Diddy too. And they said Suge Knight had everything to do with it. He was the one behind it. He set it up, but really was Diddy who set everything up. He even tried to make it look like it was a setup. That's why Pac was looking at, Biggie like some type of way, like, you're not even supposed to be in the studio. What you doing here? Why are you the first face I see when I'm coming out of this elevator shot up? You know what I mean? Like, he got questions now. But Diddy knew this. He knew that both of them would be at this particular, he made Biggie come there because Biggie was not even supposed to be there. From my knowledge, Biggie had the flu. He was sick. He had the flu. He wasn't supposed to even be in the studio. But Diddy was like, there's some major additions that you gotta finish this song. You gotta come down here tonight. You gotta come down here. You gotta come put these final touches on the song. He was very adamant about making Biggie come down to finish the album, right? So he made sure that both of them were in the same place at the same time. So he was orchestrating this whole thing behind his back with their beef. And who's to say he's not one of the people who really started a lot of the East Coast, West Coast drama? Or he kind of was like, why don't you put out like a song about this? You gonna let them talk to us like that? We gotta represent, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say he wasn't the one putting a little bug in his ear, feeding him drama and negativity and telling him what to do? Okay.
That is untrue, because again, Diddy was getting the most out of what was happening. No,
they worth more dead than alive.
I believe they wanted Biggie life to end in California so that they could blame it on people in California, so that there would be no drawn connection to Diddy, no different than Suge Knight. That's why Pac passed away in Las Vegas, because they didn't want a connection to California. And if you think about it again, Pac was Pop in New York City, but he ended up living. He did not die, but he was supposed to. Pac was not supposed to live so that they could blame it on the New Yorkers. But I digress. Again, I have no proof of these things besides speculation and the breadcrumbs that have been left behind. So I believe Uncle Ron. I do.
Me too.
Of course, so many people have asked me why I waited 20 years or so long to come out and start talking and telling about the things that have happened in the industry. The most important reason why is I had children, and I still have children. But at that point in time, they were young, and my number one priority was protecting my children.
Yeah.
I care less about the stuff that went on in the industry at that point in time. For as money, it was never about money, and it's still not about money. I have money, but there's stories that have to be told. The truth needs to come out. A man lost his life. So much more went on. Physically have seen Diggy indulging in gay activities.
Told y'all.
I'm not bashing him, directly bashing him. I'm just telling the truth.
Right. If
He
you
knows
go,
like I know.
it's one way to be like that. It's one way to be gay and to live in your truth, and then there's another way to be gay, but you like are undercover. Like you are trying to make the world seem like you're straight, but you're really not. I mean, you live in a lie. Honestly, you are. That's your business. But for Diddy, he should be ashamed of himself. This is who we're talking about. We're not talking about you. We're talking about Diddy, okay? So no need to take offense. What you do in your life is your business. And, you know, that's your thing.
Gene knows like I know. Boo knows like I know. William knows. Bodyguards that were around him know. See, I had my own company. So I didn't need him. I didn't have to take his stuff. Mm-hmm. The bull crap that came along with being around Diddy. But see, when I start talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, oh, some toes will curl for sure. But hey, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, I'm under investigation. So that's why I'm telling what I'm telling.
Y'all better protect him.
Because now they have proof. I have physically showed them proof.
Wow.
Things that I have witnessed. Things that was told to me.
Sold to you?
And yeah, of course, it's coming out.
What was sold to you?
And I don't feel ashamed for saying what I've said or done what I've done. Because at the end of the day, I sleep good.
A couple takeaways from this last clip from Uncle Ron. He states that he himself, with his own eyes, has witnessed Diddy in gay acts with other men. He knows for a fact that Diddy is gay.
Oh
that
my
he sleeps
gosh.
with men. That's not a secret. Everybody around them
What's
knows
he got to
this,
say about Blue
but
Ivy?
They think that Ty Smith is Blue Ivy's father, or do
Ty
you
Smith?
think that it is Jay-Z?
Ty
I digress.
Smith.
Moving right along.
Let's get something straight. A lot of you won't understand, and it's not meant
She
for
looks
you to
just
understand,
like
first
Jay-Z,
of all.
yo.
We're not talking negative about a child. We're just sharing facts. See, me being on the scene, I'm only telling my side of the story. I'm telling what I know. To you, as a fan, you are a financial accounting number. You are a decimal in this industry. This child knows who she is. She understands the arrangement of her semen, of her existence, of her being. She will be well taken care of if anything were to happen to her parents. She knows who her father is. She knows who her mother is, because at the end of the day, their names are on that piece of paper that states they are the parents. Of course, she said Uncle Ron. She said twin. She looks exactly like him.
Yeah, exactly.
What you're saying is a lie. No. You have family members that are in your family right now that look exactly like other family members that have no direct blood.
No, I don't.
As a fan, you will never accept truth. You will never know everything that goes on in the industry.
Sir, I'm not a fan at all, so I
To
don't.
become that power, that billionaire, that fame, that fortune, of course there's a price. There are sacrifices made. But it's an institution. Please, open your eyes. And if those...
Uncle Ron received a lot of backlash bringing up Blue Ivy. The people just weren't feeling it. The Beehive was in full effect. So he came forward again to let everybody know that, hey, it's no disrespect. I'm just telling you what I'm saying. I'm not bashing Jay-Z. I'm not bashing Blue Ivy. Not even bashing Beyonce. I'm just stating what I've been told or what I know. But if you pay attention earlier, Uncle Ron was stating how people were saying, like, why now? Why are you doing this now? Etc., etc. And he states that for his safety and for his children's safety, that he kept these things in. So
look, y'all, I don't know what's going on. He said that Blue Ivy, her real dad is that one guy I mentioned before. I forget his name already. Because I'm like, what? She looks just like Jay-Z, but a lot of the things they do in this industry will never make sense to us, okay? Ever.
Ron got jumped. Let's get into that.
He got jumped?
Okay, guys, this is Uncle Ron. I'm in the hospital. I got some busted ribs. I got plenty bruises. Oh, head's killing me. Oh, my leg may be busted. I got jumped. Oh, man, that was a terrible, terrible incident. I tried my best to fight back. I just couldn't do it. It's hard to breathe. But I promise you, I'm going to get those mosquitoes that beat me up.
Mosquitoes?
God help me. Y'all don't even worry about praying for me. Just kill the mosquitoes. I appreciate it. This is Uncle Ron. Viva la mosquitoes.
After all of the exposing, allegedly, recently, Uncle Ron had been jumped by a set of men. He calls them mosquitoes, but he's stating that, these people, the bloodsuckers and whatnot, are the ones that did this to me, stating that Jay-Z or P. Diddy may have sent people after him to hurt him, is what he feels. How do you guys feel? Do you think that Jay-Z or Diddy sent someone after Uncle Ron? Because it's not a coincidence that he wasn't getting jumped, and now he comes out with this information, and now he's getting jumped. What do you think? This is just the beginning. We will be back with everything that
You guys, let me know down in the comment section if you believe what Uncle Ron is stating here. I don't find it hard to believe at all because a lot of what he said we pretty much already knew to be true. We know about Diddy. We know about how Jay-Z and Beyonce get down and their occultic symbolism. And, Beyonce's always wearing Belle's head on her wardrobe, like on her bracelet. Which is a demon. It has like a goat head with the body of or is it a demon head with the body of a goat or something like that? They worship this thing, and in this type of entertainment business, there's a lot of stuff that they do that you wouldn't believe it if they told you. You would just be like, what? Because, it's the illusion of what we think they're really like versus what they're like behind closed doors type of stuff. But you guys, make sure you like my video. Make sure you subscribe so you can be notified when I do post another video and when I do come out with another, a video about Diddy or a video about Beyonce's drummer. So I want you guys to be notified so that you don't miss that. So please subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you guys have a blessed and amazing rest of your day. Please pray for these people. Pray that Uncle Ron is safe, that someone protects him. I love you, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Mwah.